Troy, you have a long history with Mr. Kojima across multiple franchises, and Higgs is back in DS2, but you obviously started collaborating with him on Metal Gear, and now into this. Tell us a bit about returning to the role of Higgs 5 years later. How does it feel?
That's a weird thing to think about. It's been 5 years. First of all, whenever you have a new project like this, a new idea, no matter how experienced you are, it's always a little scary to come up with something new. And you guys have been so incredibly supportive. And in 5 years, we've watched this community grow to such an amazing level and with such voracious support for this story, for this character, for all of the characters. And so to come back to this 5 years later, after seeing, I gotta say, Higgs cosplay is like next level, y'all. And it is always cool every time. So now I can see how much this story, how much these characters, and especially the story that we tried to tell and the message that we tried to communicate with this game, how much that's resonated with you guys. So to come in 5 years later and go, okay, now let's take it up higher. We all rose to that challenge, and I think that we did a damn good job. I can't wait for you guys to play it.
I would agree. Troy, we know that you sing, and you sing damn good. We heard your voice for the first time, I think, at the DS2 reveal trailer at TGA. We heard you doing Higgs doing BB's theme. So can we expect some Higgs singing in this game?
If he lets me, absolutely. If you don't know, like I got my start. I thought I was going to make my dent in the world as a musician, and life went no. And instead, I've got this really cool other path for you to follow, and I'm grateful for that. And one of the things that I love most about working with Hideo is the fact that he looks at who we are as people, and he infuses that into the character. And that is something that is such an honor, and I don't say that lightly, because it's so much fun just for someone to go, hey, I want you to sing, or I want you to create your music and this thing that you've always been passionate for. I'm going to make you do something you're not comfortable doing, but that becomes a part of the character. And so I'm grateful. He gave me a chance to sing. I did my best. I hope you guys like it, because definitely, as you've seen, the music, the bar for the music in this game is super high. So I'm just happy to try and vault over it.
Well,
Higgs
didn't have a guitar at first. And during COVID, when I was, everyone was feeling low, I was watching maybe YouTube, and I saw Troy's channel, and he was singing with a guitar, and I was really touched. I knew he could sing, but I thought, wait, he could sing really good. So I talked to Yoji, saying, hey, can you design a guitar for Higgs?
Can I design a guitar?
So I don't want to say so much to spoil things, but Troy is just constantly singing in the game. So don't worry.
Lots of Troy
music. Can I tell one more story?
Yes,
just one more quick story. This also speaks to how open he is to what we do. So you guys have seen this part. The first thing you ever see when Higgs comes in, and he goes, Sam the man, same as it ever was. That was a rehearsal, because when I hear the line, same as it ever was, I automatically think Talking Heads. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I do that thinking there's no way they're going to keep that. Someone from legal's going to go, what are you, crazy? And he goes, that's it. So that was the first time when I got to sing in Death Stranding 2.
Troy, we don't have a Higgs scene today, unfortunately.
I sent you one, and you wouldn't play it.
Too many spoilers, Hideo said.
Too many spoilers.
But, Higgs, obviously. What can you tell us about Higgs in this game? What will Hideo let you tell?
I mean, dude, we went talking about going nuts and crazy. I thought we went crazy the first time. Nope. I will say this. Get juice. We're just going to say no spoilers because we want you to play the game. We're not going to show you everything right now. But what I can tell you are there are scenes that I'm really proud of. I mean, I'm proud of the game, but like when you step on it, it's easy to go, okay, I know what this is like. I know how to do this. And every scene was something that was like, I don't know if I can do this, man. And there's some great story that we get to really unpack, some parts of Higgs that we get to unpack in this, and I'm grateful that we did. I'm grateful that we didn't leave everything on the dance floor the first game, that there is more to explore with Higgs in this. Not just my character, but everybody. Leia Sadu, oh my God, in this game. We haven't even talked about her yet. You guys don't even know what you're in for. So I'm grateful that there's no shortage of ideas when it comes to Hideo and the vision of this, but also like that we as performers get the opportunity to try to execute that. And obviously we want to live up to the vision, we want to live up to our own expectation, but now it is like you said, it's been 5 years, second game, the bar is higher. More than anything, what everybody that stepped foot on that stage or into the office wants to do is give you guys the experience that you're not even expecting to get. And we blow past those expectations. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Now, Troy, you've done a lot of games. You've worked on a lot of games, development of games. You obviously know what Hideo did with DS1. What's your reaction to seeing that DS2?
This is my favorite part because as much fun as it is making the game, being on the set, and I have to hand it to him, Hideo does a really good job of there's a lot of materials on set when we're there. There's big poster boards and there's a lot of careful diligence that goes into each shot, and so there's a lot of information that we have. With that said, it don't look like that. We're a bunch of goofballs in performance capture suits with cameras hanging off our head in a big gray room. We're idiots being insane. And yes, it's when I co-starred. Nolan North here, everybody. But the best part is every time, and it never gets old, and especially in this game, it's like, oh, that's what it looks like. And it's always better than the movie in my head. So I love that we got to see this for the first time with you guys, and I know it's just a taste of what's to come. I'm just more like, can I get it in my hands right now? Because that's how I feel.
Troy, you've done a lot of games. Does this one feel any different to you?
Yeah, man, if it doesn't, then I should get out of this business. It always feels weird to say something so personal in such a public format, but over a decade ago, you hired me for a job, and before you left, you said, or a while later, you came to me and you said, I'm working on a great role for a great game. And you make good on that promise, my friend. And you've not only done it once, but you've done it twice. And when you say you're going to make a great game, you deliver on that promise. So thank you for giving me a job, and thank you for having me back.
No, Hideo is one of the most loyal, upstanding guys out there, and I know he really values his collaboration with you, Troy. You guys have done amazing things in the first game, and just wait until you guys see Higgs in DS2. It's pretty wild.
So, Troy, this is your second Death Stranding. How has Higgs evolved as a villain? So we got to see him a lot in Death Stranding 2, or Death Stranding 1. What was your take this time with Death Stranding 2? What else have you brought to the evolving character?
Part of the problem with success is now you've got this huge bar to hit, and it's easy to walk in on that stage and go, is everyone going to like this? Or are they now you're a hit, and you got to make sure that you not only hit that bar, but you jump over it in a backflip. And the good thing is that you've got a great team from the head down to lead us and go, just tell the story, just play the scene, and don't worry about it. And especially in the way that we shoot, if you're on Walking Dead or something, you've got this incredible set, and everyone's in the makeup, and you're really in it. When we step foot on the stage and you're wearing spandex and a shiny disco balls all over your face, everything's working against you to try to suspend your disbelief. And so what you have to do is you have to trust. And especially when you're creating a world like Hideo is doing, everybody is just trying to hit the world that is up in that head. And you see it on screen. It's a mind-blowing world with mind-blowing characters. And all we have to do is just play it beat to beat and scene to scene. So worrying about the evolution, to me, that's an editorial thing. That's how we take it back home, and everybody that KJP and Hideo takes all of the bits that we put together and strings it into this beautiful story. Really, for the actors, all we have to do is just trust. And the proof's in the pudding. You guys saw it with the first one, and I can't wait to see what you think of the second one.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to have you back on the stage with Norman. What was it like being back in performance capture together? Any fun stories? Anything you can share?
I mean, it's a very serious story that we're telling, but we're just a bunch of goofs, and it's more about, like, if you don't have a good connection off camera, you're not going to have a good one on camera. And so some of my favorite moments with Norman are just, it's the 0 hour. It's before you go to set. It's the cup of coffee and sitting at your trailer and just catching up and finding out what's been going on in your life for the last 3 or 6 months. And then being surprised with what Norman's going to do, or with any of the, I mean, Leia is so good in this time, you guys. It's truly amazing what she brought to it as well, and I wish she was here on stage with us. But it's about saving those moments for the camera. But if you're not hanging out and if you're not talking to each other in between setups, then it's really hard to kind of spark that. So for me, all of my favorite moments with Norman are really just kind of the in-between moments, and it's been finding a friend in him and hearing about the artist that he is. And this guy's got a work ethic that is second to none. He throws everything into the role, everything into the work, and it's truly fun to watch him work. So once you step foot on stage with him, you realize that he didn't come to play. So you got to be prepared. You got to be ready to do backflips, because that's what he's going to do.
DS2 の
For DS2,
Higgs は2倍3倍ではないです。
Higgs is
100倍ぐ
not
らい
like
す
twice or thrice better. It's 100 times
ごい。
better than
プレイしてる人
DS1.
は最後結構って言って、
So at the end,
まあ何人かコントローラー投げ
you're
る。
gonna go like watch Higgs and say,
so go
"What is this?" And
on.
you'll probably throw the controller. It's so ridiculous. So I'll apologize beforehand.
Mission accomplished if you do.
Oh my gosh.
で